All right, 7:32, time now once again for the news, brought to you this morning by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Dr. Inishita, Dr. Jaffrey, where the care, compassion, and roadmap to your recovery begin. And once again, here's Bill.
Thanks, Steve. Good morning, everyone. The number of new COVID-19 cases here in Ohio rose again this week, climbing from 6,660 last week to 7,347. It was the 11th consecutive week that the case number had moved upward. This week's total is the highest the case count has been since the beginning of February. Now, at the same time last year, the state reported just over 4,000 cases. There were also 238 Ohioans newly hospitalized in the last week due to COVID. 11 people were admitted into the ICU. Meanwhile, a local contractor will be helping to secure a garden planted and harvested by area seniors through a grant program. Nate Markham reports on the contractual agreement with the Scioto County Commissioners.
At their regularly scheduled Thursday meeting, the Board of Scioto County Commissioners entered into a contract agreement with Roger Hemming Construction by way of the Healthy Aging Grant. The contract is connected to the Ohio State University Extension Office's programs for Scioto County's senior population. One particular program helped our elderly community members to establish a garden, and this contract was inked for Roger Hemming Construction to build a fence surrounding the garden to protect it from wildlife. From the all-new Mix 99.3 and Fox Sports News Center, I'm Nate Markham.
And it has been just over 1 week since sales of recreational marijuana began here in Ohio, and the State Highway Patrol is reminding drivers that the rules of the road have not changed when it comes to using the drug. Isabel Lawrence has more with Lieutenant Ray Santiago of the Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Ohioans cannot use any cannabis product while they're in a car, on a bike, or in a boat. The products must stay in the packaging they were purchased in while you are traveling. And you cannot transport more than 15 grams of weed in the form of adult use extract or 2.5 ounces of weed in other forms.
When we look at drug-related fatal crashes, that has increased by 4%. It's one of the few categories that has increased and outpaced other categories.
State Patrol says troopers are trained in responding to impaired driving incidents, and many have undergone additional training to determine what substance may be causing that impairment.
And you cannot use recreational marijuana in a house with a mouse, nor in the rain in Spain, according to Dr. Seuss. For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Show.
That's good. Well, you know, today is a big holiday today. Today is National Tell a Joke Day. Tell a Joke Day.
Well, there we go.
And I don't know, humor can be dangerous in the wrong hands. You know that?
It can be.
Yes. But anyway, you want to hear a joke?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, I'm going to honor you today, everybody, with a joke on National Tell a Joke Day. And actually, it has to do with a guy going to prison.
Okay.
The guy gets hauled into the prison, you know, and he's never been in prison before. And so he's in there with his cellmate. And, you know, his cellmate's kind of telling him, showing him the ropes, telling him what it's like to be inside a prison. And all of a sudden he yells out, 23! And everybody just starts to laugh. And he'll got back to telling him a few things. And then finally he says, 57! And everybody started laughing. And finally the new guy said, well, what are you doing? He says, well, that's the way we tell jokes. Because everybody's heard every joke in the world because we've been here, so we just assign a number to the joke. And instead of telling it, we just go ahead and yell the number. And he goes, 62! And everybody just fell over, everybody laughing and everything. You know. So the guy thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. So he decided to try it himself, you know. He's new guy in jail, right? So he goes, number 9! Nothing. Number 26! Nothing. 94! Nothing. And he looked at his cellmate and says, well, what's going on? And his cellmate said, well, you got to understand, some people can tell a joke and some people can't.
There you go.
National Joke Day. All right. This update brought to you this morning by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, Dr. Inishita, Dr. Jaffrey, with the care, compassion, and roadmap to your recovery begin. For over 30 years, Dr. Inishita and his staff at Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates have been changing lives with the most comprehensive treatment and cure for cancer in the area. During this time in Portsmouth, Dr. Inishita has created a name of patient excellence in the highest degree and will continue that fight with each and every patient towards the cure. Dr. I, as he's known by his thousands of friends, is proud to announce the addition of Dr. Hassan Jaffrey to the staff of Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Dr. Jaffrey's medical expertise is with all cancers as well as treatment of blood disorders, bone marrow, and the immune system. Together, Dr. Inashita and Dr. Jaffrey create a very special team that's there when it comes to fighting back to regain your good health. Feel free to stop in and welcome Dr. Jaffrey to the staff at 916 11th Street or call 353-4884. It's Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates of Portsmouth, always there with the care, the compassion, and the roadmap to your recovery. Hey, good morning, 7:37 it is. Downtown we currently have 72 degrees, some rain rumbling around the area, and with that, it's ONN.
This is ONN. I'm Jay Fox on the Ohio News Network. In southeast Ohio in Muskingum County, a Zanesville man has been sentenced for drug trafficking. 34-year-old Eric Hayes appeared in Muskingum County Court and was sentenced by Judge Kelly Cottrell to serve 10 years in prison. Zanesville police made the arrest after a traffic stop. Hayes pled guilty to cocaine and fentanyl trafficking and firearms violations, among other felony charges. Muskingum County Assistant Prosecutor John Little said that Hayes is a repeat offender who has not learned his lesson and that he will serve every day of his sentence. He added that drug dealing was not welcome in the county. The new school year is upon us, and all Ohio schools must now teach a new subject. ONN's Tracy Townsend has the story.
It's called The Science of Reading, and it's a phonics-based approach to literacy. The program includes phonics, fluency, vocabulary, comprehension, and the ability to identify and play with individual sounds in spoken words. The goal is to improve Ohio's youth literacy rate. $43 million has been set aside for training, and teachers have until June 30th of next year to complete the course. Governor Mike DeWine is a strong advocate for the program, and now it's the law.
In northeast Ohio, east of Cleveland, the village of Orwell's water tower demolition project is underway with a price tag in excess of $350,000. The system will be replaced by 3 water vaults. For the Ohio News Network, I'm Jay Fox.
It is 7:39 and good morning. It is time for sports, brought to you by our good friends at Collier Medical, Collier Construction, 1661 State Route 522 in the Berg, and they got everything covered with you. Just stop by and you'll be dazzled at what they've got. All right, on a Friday morning, man, getting ready for a little bit of everything, aren't we?
Yeah, we got Reds baseball, we got Bengals and Browns preseason football. Not that there was much doubt, but we now know who Ohio State's starting quarterback is going to be, and NASCAR, the week removed from that Austin Dillon incident toward the end of the race last week. So, yeah, a lot to keep us interested. Plus, we're just a week away from high school football.
Yes, we are.
There will be scrimmages throughout the area tonight.
All right. And with that, more on that, here's Chuck.
Yeah, the Cincinnati Reds won 4 straight and 7 of their last 10 after a day off. They'll get back at it tonight, hosting the Kansas City Royals for Fireworks Friday. You can hear this evening's game live from Great American Ballpark on Fox Sportsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage will start at 6:10 leading up to the 6:40 first pitch. Nick Martinez will be on the mound for Cincy, while KC will counter with Michael Lorenzen. Tomorrow's game will begin at 6:40, and Sunday the series will wrap with the 1:40 first pitch. The Reds and the Cardinals are tied for second in the NL Central standings, 9 games out. Cincinnati is 4 games out in the National League wild card race. The Reds are only 1 game below 500 heading into this weekend. Kansas City, meanwhile, is pretty good. The Royals are 66-55 on the year, 11 games above 500 and in 3rd place in the American League Central, although Kansas City has dropped 6 of its last 10. The Cleveland Guardians were off yesterday. They'll visit the Milwaukee Brewers tonight for an 8:10 first pitch. That's a battle of division leaders, with the Guardians having a 4-game lead in the AL Central and the Brewers topping the leaderboard in the National League Central. Let's talk a little college football. Ohio State coach Ryan Day made it official yesterday, announcing that Kansas State transfer Will Howard will be the Buckeyes' starting quarterback to begin the 2024 season. Howard started 28 games for Kansas State and helped the Wildcats win the 2022 Big 12 title. Howard set a Kansas State record with 48 career touchdown passes and tied the team's single-season mark with 24 TD passes last fall. He has 5,786 career passing yards and has accounted for 67 total touchdowns. Howard announced his transfer to Ohio State in early January. According to ESPN, Howard was the front runner for the Buckeyes starting job throughout the spring and summer, but had been competing in preseason camp with Devin Brown and others. Last season, Brown also competed with eventual starter Kyle McCord, who has since transferred to Syracuse. Alabama transfer Julian Sand and others were in the mix, but number 2 Ohio State will go with Howard for its August 31st opener against Akron. In NFL preseason play last night, the Eagles downed the Patriots 14-13. Tomorrow, both the Bengals and Browns will be in action. Cincinnati will visit the Chicago Bears for a 1 o'clock kickoff. That game will be nationally televised on the NFL Network. The Browns will entertain the Vikings at 4:25. And the NASCAR Cup Series will race at Michigan on Sunday, where the green flag will fly at 2:30. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 7:42. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Give Gary Duzan a call for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
All right, thank you, Chuck. And brought to you this morning by your friends at Collier Medical, 1661 State Route 522 in the Berg. Don't forget they offer leasing equipment and rental and on-site safety professionals. Traffic weather coming up.
Collier Medical in Wheatersburg offers occupational medicine with nurse practitioner Jamie Reynolds. Collier Company has closed its primary care to focus on the occupational needs of businesses in the tri-state, offering drug screens, pre-employment and DOT physicals, as well as medical surveillance, respirator fit, and audiometric testing. Whether you're an employee or an employer needing occupational medical services, go with the convenience of Collier Medical, 1661 State Route 522, Wheatersburg. Scheduling an appointment is recommended, but walk-ins are welcome. Call 740-574-8728 and be on the lookout for Collier Home Medical coming soon.
And traffic brought to you this morning by your friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallia Street. And, of course, Dashing Darren, Will the Thrill, Chasing on Grill, all there. So stop in and see them at 11 and celebrate the weekend with the river. Today we have a boil water advisory, and it's going to be a line break of 6 inches, and this will affect Lawrence Street and Hill Road. That is Lawrence Street and Hill Road. Shelley Company is still today out laying down the brewer coat. That will be out in Wheelersburg, so they've got flaggers there. And we've also got Junior Furnace, Powellsville Road, still back down to 1 lane. If you see something we need to know about, give us a call, 354-1993. Traffic and service of your friends at the Scioto River, open 7 days a week.
Weather's the service of the Counseling Center's Crisis Center, the region's resource for mental health, substance abuse, and family crises. 24/7 clinical services, medical care, shelter, food, and transport available. The crisis hotline is 740-354-1010. TCC's main line, 740-354-6685.
First alert forecast from WSAZ. More clouds and sun today with scattered showers and storms. There will be lulls, but also watch for the downpours. Much needed rain. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Generally quieter tonight with still an isolated shower. Lows near 70. Partly sunny on Saturday. Less stable, so we're watching for more thunderstorms, even though there will still be some more heat as well. Highs in the upper 80s. I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
And downtown right now, we